The Late Show with Ian Collins on TalkSport.
Here's another connected story. This is great. Oh, by the way, Ricky Grover with us in the adult hour. We look forward to that. Teenagers should be given the vote from the age of 16. Gordon Brown praised John Bercow for his tremendous innovation in allowing the UK Youth Parliament to hold debates in the Commons chamber last week. I saw some of this. Did you manage to catch any of that? Yeah, it was a full debate in the chamber. Unprecedented stuff. The Prime Minister told the House, "I personally favour giving young people the vote at 16. This is a matter we should consult on with the public, and then we should make a decision." 16! I didn't know what an ear-roll was at 16, let alone a ballot box. Harrison Carter is a member of the UK Youth Parliament for Sheffield. Evening, Harrison.
Good evening.
Were you there?
I certainly was, yeah, I was on the front bench.
Did you get a... Oh, really? I probably saw you then.
Yeah.
Yes. You weren't the one waving your arms around a bit too much, were you?
No, I don't think I was.
Okay. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the experience?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. With all the problems in Westminster at the moment, and with people talking about all the scandals, it was excellent.
Sure. And did you get a sense when you were doing it? Because it is an awesome and very impressive room to be in, of course. And I think we're all aware of the history that has gone before us when you stand and sit within that place. Did you get a sense that this is something you want to be doing in a few years' time?
I certainly got a sense it was something that I would like to do, but I think I got more of a sense that I would like to represent people in whatever I do, not just perhaps being a politician.
Right. Okay.
There's more of a sense of representing people nationally that I wanted to do that.
All right, so you have that sense of working with people in a representative mode in some respect. But then we come back to this sort of central point about the voting at 16. I mean, you are 16, and I guess it's your automatic answer will be, of course, you should have the vote at 16. But realistically, do you think that would sit well within our democracy?
Well, I mean, in fact, my automatic answer, isn't to say we should have the vote at 16, but,
okay.
Based on... I do believe we should have the vote, but that's based on me looking at young people and seeing what they have to say, and also looking at the political responsibility we have at the moment. I mean, young people have got so much political responsibility. We can get sent to war. Can we vote on the parties that decide we should go to war? No, we can't. We could pay taxes. Do we decide where them taxes go? No, we can't. Yes. So it's our political responsibility, and we need to be given this political right to vote at 16.
But I mean, it's hard enough to get people to vote at 18, and Big Brother and the like, as I'm sure gets more people voting, and X Factor than a general election, which is extraordinary and slightly worrying stuff, of course. But I mean, at 16, you're clearly interested in politics and what goes on, as are your colleagues in the Youth Parliament. But I wonder how many other guys of your age would share that interest.
I think it's quite shocking the amount of people who are interested in politics. And as a Youth Parliament, we try and publicise the fact that many young people want to know about politics and want to have education. We've got a campaign at the moment called Thinking Inside the Box, which is about thinking about political education, incorporating it within schools, and perhaps even having a politics GCSE for young people. It's always best to start young with people, and if we start young with the voting, then perhaps you talk about people not voting now, even though they have the right to vote, then maybe they will vote in the end, in the next generation or so.
But of course, if you went around the streets of this country, I mean, there'd be many people, not just 16-year-olds, but I would imagine a greater chance that 16-year-olds would fall into this category, who probably wouldn't know who William Hague was or many of the characters, unless they happen to be Gordon Brown, possibly Cameron. Yeah. I mean, the appetite for politics seems to be less and less now, and I would guess that's more prevalent in the younger age groups.
I think the appetite for politics in the younger age groups, in terms of party politics, has it's less and less. Yeah. However, issue-based politics has never been higher.
But isn't that sorry to interrupt, Harrison? But isn't that just about people? The angst-ridden teenager who thinks they want representation? Because we all had went through that feeling that life's unfair. It doesn't represent me, but actually that could be as much a part of being 15 or 16.
Well, in fact, in some cases, life isn't unfair and it doesn't represent young people, but giving them the vote will. And, the issues that young people bring up, it isn't some wacky idea, let's have a roller coaster park opposite my house. It isn't things like that. These are true things about transport, things about university fees, credible arguments that politicians do need to take into account, and votes at 16 will certainly do that.
Are you affiliated to a particular party, Harrison?
I'm not affiliated to a particular party. One of, in terms of reference for being a member of Youth Parliament, is not to be affiliated to a political party, to ensure that I represent everybody in my constituency effectively. Okay,
good work. Listen, great to talk. I'm sure, hopefully one of you guys or a couple of you come down into the studio at one point and we'll have a, proper nice debate on air.
Absolutely, that'd be great, yeah.
Take care. Thank you, mate.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's Harrison Carter. He is the member of the Youth Parliament, the UK Youth Parliament, for Sheffield. He's 16.